Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Trey Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Cooks flashing the footwork. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, Young. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 24-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings. Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
First down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now this time, Allen will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down, it's Young. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Chase Edmonds, the ball carrier.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bills 3, Bengals nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Good bounce back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Allen will try again on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of
15 yards on the play, first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to about the 40. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Bills 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On second down now. It's Young. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's into the clear. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. There he goes right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Trey Burton, 76 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Bills 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Allen now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that's going to push him back half the distance. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Allen, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And here's Allen. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
13 yards.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throw left side complete. It's Williams. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Allen. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tffl Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Allen letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 2 on the play.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Flushed out.
Now Burrow loses the football.
But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Bills 20.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating, because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique, except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now here's Ross. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
4-yard line.
Yeah, they go play action now. Burrow. Caught on the right side by Adams. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd down, it's Young, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 7, and now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Allen. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw.
Incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Ross on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Trey Burton, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. When that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
6 on the carry.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try the left side. Young. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Oh, what a move. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Today's final score, Bengals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago